I want you to imagine now that you are sat on a chair in a corridor, looking around you now, and you can see that everything is totally safe, totally secure. Nothing can or will harm you in any way. I want you to get up from the chair and look around you. Look at the walls and the ceiling and the floor and see what they're like, and try and remember that. I want you to now walk down the corridor, and when you get to the end of the corridor, you see another corridor. This corridor is going from left to right. I want you to make your way to the left, and you come to a door. I want you to open the door, step outside, and close the door behind you. You look about you and you see you're on a beach, a beautiful beach, and all of a sudden you have no shoes. That's very strange. You walk onto the beach, and the sun hits the back of your neck and the top of your head, and you are very, very warm. It is such a beautiful day. There may be animals and birds and all sorts of things around you, and that is perfectly all right. You look in front of you and you see the water lapping the sand. I want you to make your way to the water, and to your right you see a dolphin. You decide to sit on the back of the dolphin, and all of a sudden you become amphibious. You're able to breathe underwater, which is totally unusual, but you can do it. The dolphin starts to move back into the water, and as it moves back into the water, you get lower and lower into the water now. Now your ankles and your knees and your hips and your chest and your neck, and finally coming up to your nose and the top of your head, and you're breathing perfectly okay, which seems very strange, but it works. You go deeper into the water now, deeper and deeper, further and further, down and down and down and down you go, further and further. Looking around you, you see all sorts of things. You see more fish, maybe more dolphins, even sharks, but they're okay. They're not going to harm you in any way. Lots of anemones in the water, and you look around you and you see all sorts of beautiful things. As you get deeper in the water, you look in front of you and you see a dome. The dome is enormous. In fact, you can't see the back of the dome, just the front. It is so big. You get down to the dome and you get off the dolphin and move to the front of the dome. A door slides open and you step inside, and the door closes behind you. You're in a marketplace. You sort of recognize the marketplace, and there are hundreds of people milling around and smiling at you and shaking your hand and patting you on the back. It is almost like a past life. You remember where you are. Yes, you're in Atlantis, that lost city. You walk through the marketplace and you smell all the beautiful smells of the food and the spices. People selling things and bartering, gold and silver, all beautiful things, precious crystals, all sorts of things, vegetables and fruit. You walk through the marketplace looking at everything, and you look up to your left and you see to your left some steps, some stone steps, and at the top of the stone steps you see someone In fact, it is a man in a cloak. He is beckoning you forward. You walk up the steps. And when you get to the top of the steps, this man takes your hand and shakes it and pats you on the back and guides you in to a temple. This temple is beautiful. As far as you can see, there are no windows in it, but it is extremely light. And the reason it's extremely light is there are hundreds and thousands of crystals, all different colours, shimmering from the sun at the front of the building. Blues and yellows and greens and browns and purples and all sorts of beautiful colours. You look to your right and you see a marble couch. You're guided to the marble couch, and your guide asks you to lie on the couch. You expect that it's going to be very, very uncomfortable, but it is absolutely beautiful. It feels beautiful. You're going to have some healing. Your healing now will take place. I will leave you now while you're being healed by your guide. Your healing now has come to an end. Your guide helps you from your bed and you get up. Walk back through the temple again, looking at all those beautiful crystals once more. He shakes your hand and you walk down over the steps again, back into the marketplace. Still lots of things going on. People laughing and buying and selling, and still those beautiful smells that you can smell. The smell of fresh food and all sorts of beautiful spices. You walk through the marketplace once again and people are patting you on the back and shaking your hand and smiling at you and waving. You get to the door. The door slides open. You step back into the water. The door closes behind you and you're able to breathe before as you were. You sit back on the dolphin and the dolphin starts to move back through the water again, back to the surface. Still looking at all the beautiful things that you can see the anemones and all the beautiful coloured fish. As you go up and up and up through the water, more and more, further and further up into the water, higher and higher, until eventually your head touches the top of the water. Your neck is now above the surface. Your shoulders, your chest, your waist, your knees, your ankles, and finally you're on dry land. Step off the dolphin and walk up the beach. The strange thing is that you are completely dry. You get to the door and you look down and you now have shoes again. This is very strange. You open the door, step inside and close it behind you. You now walk up the corridor until eventually you reach the other corridor with your chair in. You walk up that corridor, noticing if the corridor has changed colour at all. Is it different? This could be associated with chakras that maybe need fixing. You get to your chair. You sit on your chair. You move your hands and your feet and very gradually open your eyes.